A brilliant person once said that people don't remember what you say or do, they remember how you make them feel. How do you make others feel? How are you remembered? This concept applies to the way our workplaces make us feel too. Many of us have worked in stressful, demeaning environments that sap our motivation and joy, and we remember that work as feeling awful. A recent Gallup study reported that employee engagement in America is at the lowest it's been in over a decade. Globally, it's even worse. If I'm leading a company, this would concern me, because disengagement means less productivity, less loyalty, and more turnover. The question is, how do we fix this problem? I'm here to propose that one of the solutions lies in the most human thing there is: laughter and playfulness. Yep, that's right. After all, the words humor and human share 60% of a word, and that means nothing at all. I just really like the way it sounds. It's great. Okay, anyway, actual research tells us that laughter and playfulness reduce stress, build trust, jumpstart productivity, and boost creativity. Laughter and playfulness foster resilience during tough times. Even dark humor can help. Just ask first responders or healthcare workers, and they'll probably tell you. Haven't you ever been in a moment of complete overwhelm, just stressed out to the max, and then something or someone makes you laugh, and suddenly your whole perspective shifts, and you realize you're going to be all right? Playfulness speaks to our humanity. It tickles our neurocircuitry and electrifies our sense of belonging to the modern tribes that we call coworkers. I'm saying that if we have an engagement issue, laughter and playfulness address that issue, leading to a more satisfied and productive workplace. People will get their work done while enjoying the work they're doing. Imagine that. But if all of this information exists, why do so many workplaces still feel lifeless? It's because they're modeled after the traditional school system. It's sit down, be quiet, do your work, and don't goof around. But this stifles our creativity and our imagination and that childlike spirit that's meant to be carried into adulthood. When I was 10 years old, on a random Friday, my school decided to host an impromptu talent show. I have no idea how I had the courage to do this at 10 years old, but I got on stage and roasted all of my teachers, did impressions, and I made up jokes on the spot, and the room was full of laughter, and I was full of joy, because I felt more connected to everybody in that room than ever before. But it was just a few short years later that the world's serious nature beat me into submission, turning me into someone I wasn't, and I lost my sense for that silly. Rediscovering it changed my life. At some point in my career of helping organizations improve their culture and employee morale, my boss called me after seeing me post a picture on social media at an industry conference wearing this hideous blue sweater vest thing, and he said, "Blake, we didn't hire you to pretend to be someone you're not. You're a rock star. Just be yourself. So do me a favor, take the sweater off, throw it into a trash can and light it on fire, because I'd like to never see it again, okay?" Probably not the best approach, but anyway, he saw that I was pretending to be someone else's version of a professional. And that moment liberated me to embrace my lighthearted, authentic, and silly self, and that made me a better leader, a better teammate, and a better person. You see, leadership is about creating environments in which others feel safe to bring their whole selves to work. Herb Keller, the founder of Southwest Airlines, understood this. Herb's playful leadership style, like wearing an Elvis costume to the office or challenging his competition to arm wrestling matches to avoid legal battles, fostered a culture of joy and success. Herb's philosophy: you don't have to be boring to be successful. This is what I call trickle-down silliness. Leaders set the tone. Leaders who model humor, joy, and warmth signal to their employees that it's okay to be themselves, to laugh, to enjoy work, and to think creatively. In fact, leaders who use humor are seen as more confident, approachable, and emotionally aware. And no, you don't have to be a stand-up comedian. You just have to be willing to not take yourself too seriously all the time. Self-deprecating humor is actually a great place to start. For example, I have no idea who let me on this stage or why the hell they would approve this talk. I'm so sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Awkward. Clean up aisle Ted. Okay, now, some of you might be wondering, is this professional? And at this point in my talk, I understand why you're asking that. However, yes, it's professional playfulness. Professional playfulness isn't about being goofy all the time. It's about creating a culture, a spirit that values joy, connection, and authenticity. Creating a culture that leaves room for play isn't about creating an environment in which fun is forced through specific scheduled activities all the time. Because everyone's idea of fun or play looks different, and forcing people to have your version of fun is like forcing people to eat sardines just because you like them, and that's disgusting. As a leader or employee, your version of play or fun is going to look different based on your background, your personality, your culture. For me, it's silliness, obviously. For you, it can be anything that makes you feel liberated, relaxed, connected. Singing, quoting funny movies, banter with coworkers, a deep philosophical debate about a guy who's telling you it's okay to play at work, or just remembering to laugh when things feel too heavy. Regardless, these concepts aren't about orchestrating fun activities all the time. They're about creating a culture and a work environment where it's okay to play however one needs to, whenever they need to, based on seeing your willingness to play. To be clear, you can have high expectations of people's work product. You can, and you should, while simultaneously promoting a lighthearted and engaged cultural environment by modeling lightheartedness yourself. In a world that already feels too serious, dark at times, why make things harder on ourselves and continue to match the world's energy? I urge you to be a flashlight. Light up your workplaces with humor, joy, and play. Be brave enough to laugh and to lead with your inner child's true playful self. You'll not only make work feel more enjoyable, you'll leave a legacy people will remember and want to work for. Leaders, take a page out of Herb's playbook. You don't have to be boring to be successful. Ultimately, I hope I've shown you that you can be a serious leader. You can do serious work, and you can make a serious impact, all without taking yourself too seriously. Now go change the world, you cheeky little devils. Thank you. Thank you.